In this explanation, we will learn how to find the sum if the difference between the compound interest and simple interest is given in the question. Here is the question. On a certain sum of money, the difference between the compound interest for a year, that is payable half yearly, and the simple interest for a year is rupees 180. So 180 rupees is the difference. What do we have to do? We have to find the sum lent out if the rate of interest in both the cases is 10% per annum. So let us see how to solve this problem. The first thing we have to assume is the principal. We do not know the principal, so let us assume it to be rupees 100. So we are assuming the principal to be rupees 100. Rate is given in the question as 10% and time is 1 year. Let us find the simple interest using the formula PTR by 100. Let us just replace the values. After simplifying it, we will get the simple interest as rupees 10. Remember that we have assumed principal as rupees 100. Compound interest is payable half yearly. That's what is given in the question. Compound interest payable half yearly. Rate 10% in a year. Okay, so if it is 10% in a year, but we know that we have to find compound interest payable half yearly. So half year of the rate would be, it's quite simple, right? For 1 year the rate is 10%. So for half year the rate will be 5%. I hope you have understood this. And time is half year because compound interest is payable half yearly. Time is half year, that means 1/2 year. Okay, time is 1/2 year. There will be 2 half years in 1 year. So let us find for the first half year. For the first half year, principal, as we have assumed it to be rupees 100, rate, because it is half yearly, from 10% it has become 5%, and time is 1/2 year. Okay, I hope you understand this. We'll just replace the values to find out the interest. So principal into rate into time by 100, that is 100 into 5 into 1 by 100, will be equal to rupees 5. It's quite a simple calculation, right? So interest for first half year is rupees 5. We have to find the amount. You know the formula very well, principal plus interest. We will just replace the values to find amount. When we add principal, which is 100 rupees, and interest, that is 5 rupees, when we add these two values, we will get the amount as rupees 105. 105 rupees is the amount. Now let us find for the second half year. For the second half year. Now you know that the principal of the present time will be the amount of the previous half year. So principal is rupees 105, 105, rate is 5%, and time, this is second half year, right? So time is second half, so 1/2. We just replace the values to get the interest, and the interest that we calculated is rupees 5 and 25 paise. So 5 rupees 25 paise is the interest for second half year. Okay, that is the interest for second half year, rupees 5 and 25 paise. Now total compound interest would be the interest for the first half year plus interest for the second half year. right? That is how we will calculate the total compound interest. Interest for the first half year and plus interest for the second half year. Now when we add these two interests, we will get the total compound interest as rupees 10 and 25 paise. So 10 rupees 25 paise is the total compound interest. Right, now we have found the total compound interest. We have also found the simple interest in the beginning. The difference of compound interest and simple interest, okay, will be the total compound interest minus simple interest, that is rupees 10 is the simple interest. So the difference of compound interest and simple interest will be rupees 10 and 25 paise minus 10. So how much do we get? We get it as 25 paise. Difference of compound interest and simple interest is 25 paise. Now further we will solve using the unitary method. I'm sure that you have learned about unitary method before or in your classes. So let us solve using unitary method. When difference in interest is rupees or 25 paise, when is it 25 paise? When we take sum as rupees 100. Now if the difference, right, now when difference in interest is 25 paise, when the sum is rupees 100. Now you remember that here 100 will be divided by 25 paise. Now if the difference is rupee 1, unitary method, so sum will be how much? 100 divided by 0.25. 100 divided by 0.25. Okay, so if the difference will be 1, when will it be 1? When the sum will be 100 by 0.25. Now let us come back to the point that is given in the question. Right, the difference of the compound interest and simple interest is rupees 180. This is given in the question, and we'll be using this value to solve the answer and get the sum. So if the difference is rupees 180, then the sum will be how much? 100 by 0.25 into the difference which is given in the question, 180. I hope you have understood this. If not, then you can just go back again and again to understand this. And I'm sure that you have learned the unitary method before, so it should not be hard for you to understand and solve this. Now when you simplify it further, 100 by 0.25 into 180 will be rupees 72,000. That is the answer. So rupees 72,000 is the sum. So keep practicing and go back through the video again to understand it much better. There is a homework for you. On a certain sum of money, the difference between the compound interest for a year payable half yearly and the simple interest for a year is rupees 120. So the difference between the CI and SI is rupees 120. What do you have to find? You have to find the sum lent out if the rate of interest in both the cases is 8% per annum. I hope you can do this.